Ah, yes, another year, another PWC season. Definitely the channel staple by this point. Hello, my name is Gallade, and welcome to the PWC Season 12. The Carolina Tauros Heels are back, and as you know, we gotta draft some stupid. Who's our stupid boy today? It's this little guy, Flareon is here! Finally! After, 2 years ago, using him in the Owl Fight Club finals, he is back to be our Terra captain, our signature, coming to every game, Flareon. So what can it do besides, well, being a Flareon? Well, it actually makes for a surprisingly good special wall in specific matchups, especially with Terra, and Will-O-Wisp can turn it into a very annoying Pokemon to deal with if played properly. And if all else fails, Terra Normal Guts Facade is never to be underestimated. But speaking of normal types, the Ursaluna, the last of the Mons from our BBR Summer Scramble, at least the major ones, that is yet to be redeemed. We redeemed Valiant, we redeemed Ogerpon Hearthflame, but we never gave this guy another chance. So let's do that here and now by firing off a special beam cannon or two. Next up, it's Dragonite. Hopefully by now you've seen the rest of the seasons on this channel, and if not, just know I use Dragonite every league. Next up, the Manaphy, a returning staple from PWC seasons past. And yeah, not much has really changed since Manaphy was used last time. The only thing that's really changed is me having a more willingness to play aggressively with it during the mid-game, rather than just trying to be a take-hard late-game wall sweeper. But even still, that set is still terrifying, and every team needs to be prepared for both the terrifying potential of both D-Dance Dragonite and Tailglow Manaphy. Next up, the Superior. Mostly a speed tier buff, but also something for the Fire Water Grass core. Also, nice and black and white sprites. Shoutouts to me not being able to get a good Gen 9 sprite of this thing. Very similar to what it did in the BBR a couple seasons ago, but still does those very well. Plus, who knows, I might have to bring back Swords Dance. I still haven't forgotten about that. And speaking of BBR returnees, Hitmontop is back. This whole draft is just full of returning Pokemon. Jeez, I better mix it up a little bit. Ah, there we go. Much better. The Frostmoth. Something new. So here's what Frostmoth does. Earlier I mentioned Flareon being a potential special wall. This isn't a potential special wall. It is. Sure, it's an ice type, but guaranteed doubling the special defense every time is not something to laugh at. Not to mention, it is one of only two defoggers on, hazard removers on their team, the other being Hitmontop. And again, people have to assume this thing's running Quiver Dance because it's one of the better Quiver Dances in the game. It's no Volcarona, but it has Icy Scales, so if you don't have a good physical attacker in, this thing will set up on you. Next up, the Monkey is back. Dialape. I think the core theme of the season is, I don't know how to use it, but you gotta assume I know how to use it, because if I learn between weeks, you're gonna die. Now it does what it does in past seasons. It is block... English, I don't English very well. It block spins, it sets up, and it hits really hard. It's also some much needed physical power, as you only have Flareon and Dragonite other than Annihilate to deal with that. Or to do that. Very useful. Next up, on filling holes, the Toxtricity, mostly here as a T-Spikes absorber, but also a bit of a faster special attacker. We have a slow special attacker, a fast special attacker, and a moderate special attacker. And it covers our type chart very well, as again, pretty much every team needs a grounded poison to prepare for a potential Toxic Spike setup, which we will most definitely abuse in the future, assuming our opponent doesn't have a poison type. And finally, besides Eevee of course, the Alchemy! Now Alchemy, originally, I wasn't going to get Alchemy at all because I'm starting to lose faith in the ability of Fairy Dragon Steel cores. However, we do need something to combat dragons, and I'm not gonna bank on Frostmoth just because it can sponge a Draco or 5. We do need a fairy, and Alchemy is here to do that. The main thing putting Alchemy above other fairies like Sylveon is reliable recovery, not just Wish Protect, but actual recover. So hopefully, Alchemy can do the job and give us the heals we need. And that is our team. You already know how this goes, so I will see you week 1. Bye-bye.